This subconscious healing meditation was conducted by myself, Vivien, and my husband, Eduardo. We are both subconscious and intuitive life coaches.
What is our first experience with money? It's obviously with our parents, with our upbringing. Um, and I got that I could share this. For me, it was like my father, he had worked altogether his life, he worked 37 years pressing curtains. It was a curtain cleaner. It was actually called Crest Curtain Cleaners. It was actually near Beverly Hills on Wilshire Boulevard. But he worked there. He was just one of the workers there, but they trusted him. He was always on time, 37 years. But I remember that he would come home with a paycheck. And after he would, every 2 weeks, he would get like a ledger, like this book. And after he would write down like how the bills, then after he would show us, like I earned in 2 weeks, he would get, I think, like 500 and something dollars. And he would show us. I remember my dad, it was like funny. He was like, I don't know, never told you about this, huh?
No.
He would always sit in the dining room and he would just say, because sometimes if we ask for something, when you have 8 children and you want new shoes or something, and there's just no money for that, or not this month or whatever, or you got to wait for the sale at Kmart, Target, or wherever the store's at. He just showed us. He goes like, and we were trying to equate it because I remember that my mom, he would give money like this is the money we have for food, and once again, when you have so many kids, how do you tell your kids, no, we don't have money for, toys, we don't, or these extra things, even though we had a lot of toys growing up. But one way that my dad also had, and I can share this, is like we would collect cans, like aluminum cans. Believe it or not, it was embarrassing as a kid going to the park. And after a while, like I told my wife this recently, like, and after a while, it was not embarrassing because you would just get cans and you start seeing like you're recycling. Obviously, you're doing something good for the earth. But back then, it's like you're embarrassed because if you're going to a park and one of your friends sees you, like, oh my God, how embarrassing. My friends see me pick cans or looking through the trash. You would get a stick or do whatever. But looking back, we would also collect paper. It took too much paper to get money for that. Aluminum cans is a lot easier. We would get all the cans and we would stomp on them. We would step on them to make them small and we would get the money. But looking back, my father was showing us the value of money. Somebody who had we lived in Los Angeles, but somebody who had grown up in Mexico, poor, where I don't think they had recycling cans over there, but it just showed us right away, like, wow, we did all this work to get all these cans. We got, a few dollars. And now with this, we went to the market to go buy something. We could buy whatever we wanted. I remember even a chocolate bar, but showing us it right away, even as a young kid, showed us like, wow, it's like that created money. And, it doesn't work for everybody, and not that, because we'll go into limiting beliefs. I have a feeling we're going to go into cliches about money, and also going to go into like what our parents taught us about money. And maybe some parents didn't teach you, even if you were well off, and that's okay. That's nothing even to be ashamed about. If your parents provided for you, or even if inherited money, that's okay. That's just your situation. Because some people believe that, oh, I have to learn this, or I got to go through this. No, we just accept where you came from. So are you feeling something else, or you want me to go into that, or how are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel like you can continue with the
Okay,
next round.
great. And let me just double check here to see if there's okay, there's no question at this time, which is perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
Strap your seatbelt. We're going to go a lot deeper. And so as I feel into the group, we're going to go into limiting beliefs, or we have to I like to remind people that what we're bringing up here are non-truths. And later on, we will put in truth. And this is when we'll tell you, hey, this is when you integrate. We'll make a smooth transition. Now, it does feel good I'm going to call out. I'm calling you out, limiting beliefs. I'm calling you out, non-truths, wherever you feel them in the body. Once again, allow the words to just come up, the frequency, and throw it into the sun. Just imagine it, make it up, throw it into the earth, or just say no, thank you, and let it go by. Um, let me just feel here. Okay, and for anybody just joining us now, is that we're about to do more limiting beliefs. Vivien did the first part on money, and this is the second part on money. We're about to go on there. And once again, as we call in these limiting beliefs, these lies, these non-truths, just allow them to come up like either the words or the frequency, let them go into a black hole, into the sun, or even into the ground. But just don't accept them. Just say no, and don't go into the story. If there's a real charge, it means you may need to go deeper on that topic. But for now, just allow it to go. So the first limiting belief, the non-truths, I saw this one earlier. It says, money doesn't grow on trees. That's like a popular phrase that many parents might say. Money doesn't grow on trees. Just allow it to grow. So that phrase, once again, money doesn't grow on trees. My mom used to say something like, money doesn't grow from the ground. She used to say it in Spanish. I forgot how she would say it, though. I heard her say it before. So once again, these are just limiting beliefs that we're clearing about money. And I'm going to go back and to see what as I feel into the group's energy, we're going to feel what our parents told us about money. I'm going to feel into here. Like, you have to work. The next one is that you have to work hard to make money. Like it's almost like to sweat. Like you have to work hard. Making money is hard. Once again, just allow this limited belief, this vibration, this frequency, just let it rise from your body, from your wherever you're feeling it. Let it go into the sun, into a black hole, or into the earth. Do not go into the story. You have to work hard to make money. The next one is very similar. It feels like a parent energy that says making money is difficult. Making money is difficult. The next limiting belief is interesting. It's a non-truth. It says you have to respect the value of money. Whatever if you have coins or dollars, it's almost like a respect, almost like a religion, like a religious thing. You have to respect it, like it's gold. No, that's a limited belief. That's like holding it above other things. Just allow that frequency to come out of your body, the words or the frequency. Money holds a high value. It's like the most important thing in the world. It's like gold or diamonds. No, that's not what's important. We know that. Without money, I am worth nothing. Like zero, zilch. Like no money, no worth. No money equals no worth. Nada, zilch. Allow it to go. The next one is interesting. It says, only the rich can have it all. Only the rich can have it all. Just allow that phrase to go. That's a non-truth. It almost feels like there needs an explanation because some people might feel, or the world might say, just if I won the lottery, if I had $1 million, if I had 2 million, if I won it, I would have it all. But that's not true. We've heard of people winning the lottery and then they lose it all, or they lose their life, or people that have a lot of money and just don't know what to do with it, and they're miserable. We see that with movie stars and these reality shows. And it's like, no, it's not about that. It's not about what you have in your bank account. People, movie stars or singers, people live and die, and they die with all this money. What have they done with it? That's their prerogative. That's their choice. But once again, it's almost like saying like the rich have it all. No, I've seen some of the poorest people. When I go back to Mexico or Tijuana over the border, some of the poor, like financially poorest families around a campfire, or like just with family, just having fun with what they have, being grateful in that moment. Okay, we're going to go into the next limiting belief here, the false statement. And in a moment, we'll be looking at truths. Vivien or myself will be doing that, but we're still working on limiting beliefs around money. What's around money for us as we feel into this? I can't be trusted around money. I can't be trusted to make wise decisions with money. This next limiting belief is a play on words here. There's a phrase that says, to whom much is given, much is required. But this limiting belief says, to whom much money is given, much is required. Like it's a burden. Like if I have money, it's a burden. I can't do it. So just allow this to go. To whom much money is given, much is required. No, just allow it to go. The next one says, if I have money, I will lose it in a minute. I will lose it in an instant. I am irresponsible with money. I am defined by money. I am defined by what I wear, how I look, and what I drive. I am defined by money. And this one also needs an explanation because we see that in the world, even with YouTube, TikTok, or on television, or on different shows. They always show like lifestyle of the rich and famous, people on yachts or boats. And that's beautiful if you could do that, great. But it doesn't mean everything. You're not defined by the suit or by the dress you wear. It's beautiful to have things, to have nice things. That's a play on word. Reverse that. But we're not defined, and we know that because it's what matters, what's really inside of us in the light, that we're connected to our true self. Just taking a breath again. I'm going to remind everybody, taking a breath for a few moments, maybe 3 or 4 seconds, hold and breathe out. Or get into a breathing rhythm that you're most comfortable. Even if you're multitasking or having breakfast, you could still play along here. Just allow that to integrate. The next non-truth that's coming up, and we're just going to do a few more of these before we put in truth. What's the next non-truth around money for the group here? Without money, I can't live my life purpose. It's almost like I can't do my business without the money. Even though it might sound true, we're getting rid of the connection, the need, the want, and just allowing the flow of what is. So without money, I can't live my life purpose. I need money. I want it. I must have it. Allow that to go. The need, the want, the string, the force. Just know. Not in your best and highest interest to have a need or a want or a string attached. This is a strange limiting belief. I'm just going to say it the way I feel it. With money, if I had money, I would get taller. And the way it's coming, I'll be bigger. It's almost like the way we imagine ourselves, like I would have more muscles. It's a physical thing. Like with more money, like even me, I wear glasses. With money, I would get LASIK eye surgery. I wouldn't need glasses, but I wouldn't choose that. I like the way I look. But it's saying the limiting belief says that with money, that I would even look better. I would be handsome. I would be more prettier. I would look more sexy. Like, yeah. So money would somehow make you even more physically attractive. Wow. Allow that to go into the sun, into a black hole, a white tornado. Just allow it to go into the ground or into the sun. What's the next one here? The non-truth about money that's in our energetically in our system here. I'm defined by my bank account. I'm defined by how much money I have or how little money I have. And this is really saying that the more money I have, the more love I have for myself and others. An absolute non-truth. The more money I have in my account, the more I can love myself and others. Just taking a breath and allow that to go as we help you make a shift. You're doing great. There we go. And there's going to be two more here. What's two more here? The next one says, it says money is a stranger. Like, it's almost like saying like I can never touch it. It's like it'll repel me. Like I can't be around money, whether if it's physically or even in my bank account. Like somehow, like I'm not attracted. Money doesn't like me. Money is just a frequency. We'll talk about that in a moment. Money doesn't like me.
Money is evil.
Money is evil. Money is
Money-
bad.
Yeah, money is superficial because we see a lot of people. I'm being shown, for example, Barbie or people who kind of do surgery when they have a lot of money and they are superficial. We see we perceive them as superficial. So money is superficial.
Yeah. In that phrase, money is the root of all evil. We know that it's taken from like the Bible, but then it gets changed. So that's one that's coming from that. Money is the root of all evil that's bad. Taboo. Just allow that phrase wherever it's at, the frequency to rise up and let it go. And I'm getting one more here. What is it? I'm unlucky with money. Even if I have money, I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky to get money, or even if I have it,
To keep it.
to keep it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm unlucky. It's almost like having money will create a disaster, or there's no fortune in having money. Let's just get rid of that energy. Just let it go. Anything to do with luck or being unlucky with money? Nope, just let it go.
Yeah, I'm also getting that energy. And I do feel that individually different for everyone here, but I'm getting that energy of all the negative consequences that having money would bring. Like for some people, I feel it's like people would ask me for money. I would have to loan people money. People would misuse me, mistreat me for my money.
Oh,
People would only love me for my money and not for my true authentic self. And there is another one which is
and allow these phrases to go. People will only love me.
we're as we're bringing them up, we
Yeah.
allow them to go to something.
Allow them to go. They're coming kind of faster, but that's good. Vivien's on a roll. Just let it go. People will not love me with or without money. There's something there. Just let it go.
People would only love me for my money if I had money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last one is money should not define me, but if I had a lot of money, it would. Like, and I'm seeing, like, for example, a millionaire, and people are talking about him like, oh, you know, that rich guy there, you know, that millionaire there. And
No.
yeah, it's almost like I'm being shown it's belonging to a group and then having to define yourself with that group. And there's like a lot of resistance for every one of us defining ourselves with only like one specific group of people, especially rich people. It's almost like that, oh, you know, that gay guy, you know, like if somebody is homosexual, then sometimes people see that as a characteristic, as a definition, and
like an identity.
Identity,
And just like
yeah.
trying to like
define
define
that
people
only by
and
that
put them in a
sexual
box.
orientation.
Yeah, put people in a box.
So that's why there is resistance of having money. So we're gonna release that.
Yeah, release any labels. That's what we're feeling here. Anything that's
labels.
labeled you, just allow it to go. Like how money, nope, defines you or not, just allow the label to go. Nope.
Yeah. I don't want to be in the group of the rich people.
The
I
rich
don't want to
club.
be seen as rich, as superficial as those people who are rich. Because we all have different ideas of how people who are rich are, which are all coming from the mind, which are all non-truth. Even if you are rich, you don't have to belong to a certain group, because you don't have to identify yourself with that group.
Yeah, good point.
It's like a little hurricane, just taking away all that stuff that goes with it, all those associations. Also ancestral, I feel that ancestrally, on the ancestral lineages, there is a lot of a lot of anger at rich people, being angry at rich people. And I'm seeing like a farmer's lady back then, maybe in the medieval ages, and she's kind of spitting like, because she feels like all the rich people, they forbid her to plant her, or they want taxes, like the rich people, they are in her way, they're kind of stopping her. And that anger at rich people.
So just imagine your DNA like a tornado around it, clearing anything ancestral or lineage, like whatever Vivien is feeling here, like in our past, in our DNA that's handed down from our parents, any anger, any frustration, anything that we're belittled by not having money, or just allow that to go. You don't have to even know what it is. Just imagine a tornado cleansing your DNA and throwing this energy into the sun. I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, and 3.
And now I'm feeling that limiting belief of it's all the rich's fault. Blaming rich people, it's all the rich's fault. Everything that happens in my life, it is not good, it's all the fault of rich people. So gonna let that go too. And again, it's coming from a time of like the French Revolution, when they protested against the French kings and the French authorities, like when the farmers wanted to be seen, when the ordinary people actually wanted to be seen and wanted to be granted more power. Okay, let's let that go. And that's the past, and the past doesn't have to define our concept. If you choose to have a concept of rich people, it doesn't have to define how rich people are nowadays. Because there are a lot of people who earn money, who are wealthy, and who actually give part of their income, of their wealth, to children in need, to those
different organizations. Yeah.
So that is also what happened in the past, does not necessarily have to be true for nowadays. So we're shifting that limiting belief.
Beautiful.
Because the world has already evolved from back then, from the time of the French Revolution. So yeah, able to let go of that too, and to evolve from that misleading understanding, and from that non-truth as well. Okay, what's coming through is now, being rich is not for me. Being rich is not for me. And I can never identify with that. And letting that go too. Yeah. Money changes me. There's that limiting of money changes me. Money changes who I am. Money changes my truth self and my personality. And I don't want any change. I'm fearing change. So we're gonna let that theme, that those groups of limiting belief, we'll also let them go. Money changes me, and I don't want that change. It's like a burden that we're finally able, for a lot of people. Also, I don't want to call anybody out, but let's get like Christine's energy here. So a lot of people. This is just let that go. It's like a backpack, like a burden. I need to hold on to it. It's also making shifts in neurological pathway. So money allows us to be our true self. because money is abundance. The nature is abundance. We are abundance. Our true self is abundance. That's why money is simply a part of us, naturally a part of us, a part of our being, a part of our existence. Money flows naturally when we are in the flow of life, of our own life path. And we don't have to change when we have money because we are money naturally. Okay. Allow that to be integrated.
Let me get some more truth.
I think Eduardo can
We're
take
going to
over.
add some more truths here. Let me just see. And this is something we want to integrate. And for this, you can continue breathing, or if you want to consciously come back to this space, you could open your eyes. But we're going to end on truth just for the last few minutes here. What do we need to integrate about truth on money? And like Vivien has said, I am the energy of money. And it almost feels like in a beautiful way to say, like, I am the mountain, I am the tree, I am like, even though it might sound corny or like, oh, but no, just feel with that. I am money. It's not something foreign, it's not something outside. And yes, it's been created by the world, but still it's something that was created from natural elements. It's from something on earth. I am that, I am the star. I am an apple. I mean, I am the chair. I just feel into that, but I am money. It's almost like to make a friends with that. So just allow it to integrate. I am the energy of money. I am just that beautiful frequency. Just allow it to make a shift in you. Beautiful. And the next one is, this is coming interesting in an interesting way. It says, living my life purpose allows like money to flow. Even if you don't know like your life purpose at this time, just realize that there's glimpses. It's when you're feeling the joy. Joy is the energy of money, or living my life purpose brings in that natural flow. So just allow that in. And this is like a message from our higher self, from our essence. What I'm feeling is that really get yourself in that moment when you're in the flow, even if you're making money or selling something or whatever. But when you're living your life purpose or you're in the flow, it just comes naturally. Whether if you sell a product or whatever, you're doing it goods and services. Yeah, what comes naturally. So what's another absolute truth we need to know here for money or on money? This is kind of cool. I was born rich. It's a word play. The word rich, it means abundant. I am abundant. I think you said that earlier. It's like, but I am born abundant. My birth, my conception makes me rich, abundant. I'm whole and complete. I'm rich in every sense of the word. Just allow that into every level of your being, every cell of your body. Imagine every cell having a little door. I am rich. I am abundant. I am whole. I am complete. I am light. I am love. And that's the last one to conclude on here. I'm feeling just, I am love. Exactly where you're at. Doesn't matter what's in your bank account, just, I am love. I am that frequency. Just let that fill you up.
Beautiful, everyone.
Eduardo and myself, Vivien, are also giving personal sessions. Feel free to check out our websites, thenewintuitive.org as well as truephoenixlife.com to get the first session for free. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Bye for now.